My name is Silvain Gilbert. I am born in June 1937 in a city in Belgium called Antwerp, which is a major harbor, where the Jewish community create the Diamond Center for the World. I have already a sister, 5 years old, and we were living in harmony, happiness, love. But 3 years later, in 1940, Belgium, who was neutral, was invaded by the German army. In no time, Jewish people were no citizens in their own country. We have to register to the city hall where they put a big stamp, Jew, on the ID card. We may not go out. There was a curfew. And one after the other one came a law. We took away all the belongings, all the diamonds, everything we have. Children may not go to school, Jewish children, of course. The worst has to come. A mother who has to give birth in the maternity, it was not allowed. A Jew may not go to hospital. It came to 1942, where they start what they call the final solution. What that means, to kill all the Jews who are living in Europe, from newborn baby to old people, from crippled to invalid, anyone who was Jewish. And so long we have nothing anymore. They took our home, they took everything. We were on the street. We have to go in clandestinity. We have to hide. But there was a big problem. My parents and we, my sister and myself, we have to be separate because the family couldn't hide together. So one day, I saw my mother crying. She was desperate. She couldn't explain me what to be Jewish. What means Jewish when you are 5 years old? What means death and life? You are just born. And worse, why your parents abandon you. And then, with the help of Jewish resistance and with Catholic people, Belgium is 95% a Roman Catholic country, then we go to another. I have to be separate. How can a mother give away his children? Because she didn't know where we will go, who will hide us, or what will happen. A messenger come, a stranger. And it took a lifetime to understand why a child go away of his mother and give the hand to a stranger. When I came to Hong Kong, I saved some dogs. I saved their lives. Some Catholic people saved me. And I gave him love, he gave me love. And a priest came, and he brought us to the other part of the country. And then we came in a very small village with 1,200 people, 5 streets. It looked like a ghost city. You see nobody. We come from a big city, from Antwerp. And there is a lady. She looks like my grandmother that I never met. She was killed in Auschwitz. She has white hair. She looks to us. We look to her. We couldn't communicate. We speak Flemish, the language from north of Belgium, and she speaks French, and we speak Yiddish, was the Jewish language. Fortunately, my sister, who was 10 years old, I was 5, she could translate, she was a devoted Catholic. She wanted to save children. She was a single lady, old, alone. Is it possible to kill an innocent child? A child is innocent by nature because he's born Jewish. But she will believe in Jesus Christ, who was Jewish, in the Bible. And we have to adapt ourselves. What that means, we have to change our name. We have a Jewish name called Gilbert, and we change in Gilbert. We have to learn the language, but we have to become also a devoted Catholic. Practically what that means. So where we were eating, we have to pray. Thanks, Lord. Thanks for the food we didn't have. The dishes was nearly empty because we didn't have food. We have to pray before we go to bed. But I was crying. Where's my daddy? Where's my mommy? I'm sorry, I was making wee-wee in my bed during 1 month. She was desperate, but she tried her best. 2 months later come 2 other little girls. One was Annie, 8 years old, and Suzanne, same age. And we were 4 Jewish children in this tiny little village called Silvain Gilbert. And this lady that we call Tante Fanny, Tante is like auntie, she became our foster mother. She gave us education. And we went to the school. It was not a normal school. It was a school with nuns. Nuns. See, lady with something on the hair. So different. We have to learn catechism. We have to learn the miracle of Jesus. From one bread, he make 100 breads. But we didn't have a bread. We have nothing. So what we did, we planted some vegetables in the garden. We went in the wood to find some berries, some mushrooms. We have to survive. Like this animal, I understand that we have, like animal, the instinct of survival. And we go for the first time in a church. Don't forget, we come from a traditional Jewish family. To go in a church, it looks nothing. For a child of 5 years old, seeing Jesus on the cross, with full of blood in his hair, with nails in his hand, it was frightening. And how we can follow the Mass on Sunday? How is it possible? So we watch, we are looking. We have to be like any child of this tiny little village. And we succeed. We did it on Sunday, on the parish. We were playing with other kids. In fact, we were not different. We couldn't see the difference. It took no time. 6 months later, I helped the priest to make the Mass. I become an altar boy. I learned everything about it. But suddenly, in 1944, the last year of the war, the Germans came in this villa where we had hidden. Can you imagine? Here we have to live with the headquarters of the German army, living together. Here, 4 little children with a single lady, Catholic there. And one day, there were young soldiers. And we cross each time. And perhaps, I suppose, I remind him of his own children. He saw a little cute little boy. He was like an angel. And he wants to give me this. A candy. What's a candy? Nothing. For me, it's a treasure. We didn't have sweet. We didn't have candies. We didn't have nothing. And he gave me a sweet. This sweet is life. Because if I would go to him and he will see that I understand him, that means I'm Jewish. Why? Because Yiddish is very similar to German. And the same angel will become a monster. He will deport me. He will kill all the children, including Tante Fanny, because she risked her own life. This message we will never forget. Never. The war took 3 years. 3 years is very long. Then any time, any day, you would be killed. Because you are born Jewish. I mean, a criminal who has blood on his hand is treated better than we Jewish people. In 1945 is the end of the war. 3 years later, I'm 8 years old. My mother comes to pick her up, to bring her home. You will think it's joy, happiness, it's the end of the war. It was one of the most tragic days of my life. Why? Because I have two mothers. And I have to choose. How can you choose between two mothers? A foster mother who cares for you every day. She tried to give you food. And I had scarlet fever. And she gave me education like any mother. And here comes my real mother. And then I don't speak Flemish. I don't speak Yiddish anymore. I speak French. And my mother I can hardly speak to my mother. She is a stranger to me, my real mother. And also, I'm a Roman Catholic now. I'm not Jewish anymore. Can you imagine this? On the first Sunday, we go in clandestinity in the church. But Tante Fanny, she gave me a message to open your arm to stranger. It took me a lifetime to go back to this village. There was a barrier. You will think the war is over, it's finished. No. All my life I have to take with me a trauma, the separation of parents and children. I was trembling. You can see my hands trembling today. I have cramp in my days. I have nightmares. It never left away. And then suddenly in 2001, yesterday, 10 years ago, I find there is a Jewish organization for the injured children. In Belgium, 4,200 Jewish children like me were saved by Catholic people who risked their own life. Never forget it. To save children. And the figures are terrible. Now we find the archives. Nearly everybody, 70%, never find their parents. The best proof, one of the girls, Suzanne, she stayed 2 more years to wait for some parents to come. No parents. You survive? You never survive this. And then another figure. They killed 6 million Jews, nearly all the Jews from Europe. But what about the children? 1.5 million children were killed. 90%, 90. And here I am, a survivor, a miracle, because I find my parents. Some find a mother or a father, and here I'm here. And then I contact Yad Vashem in Jerusalem. And I think the minimum I can do is pay a tribute to this lady. She saved 4 little kids. It was winter. It was cold. We were in one bed together. We were starving. We tried. And she tried everything. And then I went back to the village. I find the villa. I went to the mayor. And we decided to make a big ceremony. We put a big stone in front of the villa. We write the whitest in the nation because she saved life. Then we make also ceremony for the first and second armistice for the 2 wars. And then I went to Jerusalem, the city of Jesus. That's the best tribute, Tante Fanny, that I can give you. Where is the Via Dolorosa? When you have, it's there. And there is a memorial with her name. Forever, for the eternity. And what I learned from this a message that you have to accept the stranger. You have to accept the stranger because he will bring you so much. He looks different. He has another religion, another color of skin. Accept him. You will learn so much from him. You will learn another literature, another folklore, another music, another way of thinking, another philosophy of life. But to the end, all of you and all me, the 7 billion people here on this planet, we are exactly the same. What we are looking is love. Love is the base of every one of you. I bring you love, you will give him love. I give love to this, my little dog, he gives me love. Love is because of love we are here. Love is 4 letters who give life 4 other letters. And this love, I went to all the schools for Hong Kong. I went to everybody. And I want to give this. I want to exchange this love. To save the world, to accept the other one. That's the best you can do. Let God bless you, all of you. I give you all my love. Thank you very much.